The 80s were the golden decade for heavy metal or traditional metal as we call it nowadays. Suppose you are a new record collector and don't know where to start your heavy metal vinyl record collection. In that case, I'm going to suggest 10 affordable vinyl record selections from 80s heavy metal so you can start your collection without having to spend a lot of money and get into the vinyl record hobby with the highest musical experience. I will also tell you how much these vinyl records cost so you are fully informed. Stay with me, it will be an excellent video. Hi everybody, I'm Giannis, and I like to tell stories about metal music, music history and vinyl records. Thank you for being with me and watching this video, and I propose you to see the rest of my videos as soon as this video is over. I'm sure you will like them all. Choosing these 10 albums was a complicated and challenging process, and I know very well that I have wronged some albums, but unfortunately there was no other way. But you who watch this video can mention in the comments vinyl records that you would suggest so that each viewer of this video can create a complete picture. For today's video I chose about 70 vinyl records from 70 different bands. I made a second choice of 20 and in the end I decided on 10. But I will mention the 10 records I excluded at the end of the video. Keep in mind that the choice was made on 3 criteria. The list includes only traditional heavy metal albums, not thrash, not any other subgenre. The albums have the most significant musical value and the vinyl records can be found at the lowest possible price. So let's get started. For number 10 I chose Denim and Leather by Saxon. Denim and Leather is the musical product of an era when England was undoubtedly a heavy metal nation. It was released in 1981 and on this album someone can listen to metal hymns such as And the Bands Played On, Princes of the Night and many others. Denim and Leather is a heavy metal masterpiece with many memorable hooks, riffs and solos. I would also like to reference this band's work ethic that continues after all these years of making albums and touring. We love you beef, you and your boys. Denim and Leather is not expensive and the price for the original mint copy is about $15. For number 9 I chose Balls to the Walls from Accept. Balls to the Walls album released in 1983 by the Germans Accept and is the top album from a top metal band. The Balls to the Walls is full of excellent riffs and great melodies. It is a must-have for the fans of traditional metal and a must-have for those who are new to metal. My favorite songs are Balls to the Walls and Losers and Winners. The price for an original mint copy is about $20. For number 10 I chose Heaven and Hell of Black Sabbath. The founders of heavy metal genre, Black Sabbath, after the departure of Ozzy Osbourne, released in 1980 their first album with a great Ronnie James Dio. With Dio the sound became more technical, more tidy and at the same time more melodic. And that's probably why too many heavy metal fans prefer the Black Sabbath period with Dio to the one with Ozzy. There is no doubt that Dio's arrival gave a band a new spirit that unfortunately the Sabbath lost after the end of their collaboration. There are many great songs on this album, but I'm going to pick out 2, Die Young and Neon Nights. The price for the original mint copy is about $35. For number 7 I chose The Deliverance from Evil from Warlord. The Warlord are very popular here in Greece. The Greek origin leader of the band, Bill Chamis, as we knew him back in the 80s, William Chamis now, is one of our favorite musicians. Warlord's first work, Deliverance, released in 1983, is a masterful album full of excellent songs. The music is heavy and melodic, with excellent riffs, solid compositions and interesting lyrical themes ranging from Christian values, mythology, fantasy and more. All the songs are incredible and if I should pick out 2, this will be Deliverance and The Child of the Damned. The price for an original mint copy is about $60, but there are also rich reissues for $30 that I suggest you to look at. For number 6 I chose Crimson Glory Transcendence. Transcendence is a masterful melodic power metal album with a few progressive elements. It was released in 1988 and in its songs the listener stands out the incredible voice of Midnight, who is no longer among us, the beautiful melodies and the melodic guitar riffs. The only negative may be that the drum sound comes from drum machines, which is not so annoying in all the tracks, for me at least. I stand out without a second thought from the Transcendence album, the songs Lonely and Lady of Winter, two melodic heavy metal masterpieces. The original copy price is about $60, but there are also reissues for $25. For number 5, I chose Dio's Holy Diver. After his successful career in Rainbow and Black Sabbath, Dio released his first album in 1983 with a group of excellent musicians such as guitarist Vivian Campbell and one of my favorite drummers, Vinny Appice. Holy Diver is a masterpiece of classic heavy metal, as is Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell and Rainbow's Rising, two other major albums of Dio's long career. From Holy Diver I picked two of my favorite songs, Holy Diver and Rainbow in the Dark. The price for an original copy is about $25 to $30. For number 4 I chose Blizzard of Oz from Ozzy. When Ozzy Osbourne left Black Sabbath, no one expected him to return with such a fantastic album. Blizzard of Oz has some of heavy metal's most timeless classics. Playing on guitar by Randy Rhoads on this album is stunning. Blizzard of Oz became Ozzy's most popular album and one of the masterpieces of heavy metal. The songs I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Goodbye to Romance, Suicide Solution and Mr. Crowley, among others, characterize Blizzard of Oz as a masterpiece. For an original copy the price is about $35. If you like this video so far, subscribe to the channel and press the like button. You will show me that you enjoyed the video and you will give me the signal to prepare for you similar videos soon. For number 3, I chose The Defenders of the Faith of Judas Priest. Judas Priest couldn't be missing from the top 10 of the best 80s heavy metal vinyl records. Before the band experimented with albums like Turbo and Ram It Down, they released some classic albums and Screaming for Vengeance was one of them. In this album, the guitars cut like razors, the rhythm section is heavy and imposing, and Rob Halford's voice destroys everything. Metal hymns like The Electric Eye, Bloodstone, Sentinel and You've Got Another Thing Coming will never be forgotten. For a mint copy of Screaming for Vengeance, the price is about $30. For number 2, I chose The Powerslave of Iron Maiden. Even though I have a big love for Iron Maiden, I had to be objective and put them in the second place. Whichever of their first 7 albums I chose, for me is the same. Powerslave released in 1984, the album with which Iron Maiden undoubtedly reached the heavy metal genre's absolute peak, and they have not left it since. Tracks such as Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Powerslave and The Rime of the Acid Mariner remain classic to this day. For an original copy the price is about $40, but there are also reissues for $25. And for number 1 I chose Operation Mindcrime from Queensryche. Operation Mindcrime is a masterful metal record released in 1988. For me, if there was only one heavy metal record that someone should have in his record collection, it could be Operation Mindcrime. Geoff Tate is my favorite heavy metal singer, and his performance in Operation Mindcrime and Queensryche's previous albums is unreal. Operation Mindcrime is one of the records that someone can listen to from start to finish. It also helps the fact that it is an impressive concept album. The whole album is excellent, and I will hardly pick out 2 tracks, Eyes of a Stranger and I Don't Believe in Love. For an original mint copy, the price is about $40, but there are also reissues for about $25. As I told you at the beginning of this video, the final 10 of the records resulted from selecting 70 records that became 20 and finally 10. These are the 10 records that were excluded. Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2 from Helloween, Sign of the Hammer from Manowar, Thundersteel from Riot, Death or Glory from Running Wild, Motorhead's Ace of Spades, even if it's not a pure metal album, Back in Black from AC/DC, even if it's not a pure metal album too, The Blackout from Scorpions, perhaps their heaviest album, Don't Break the Oath from Merciful Fate, The Battle Cry from Omen, and Hall of the Mountain King from Savatage. Prices for these albums range from $10 to $60, but almost everything has been reissued and you can find them relatively cheap. Also, all of these albums exist worldwide in forgotten basements by people who listened to them when they were young but are no longer involved with vinyl records. keep your eyes and ears open. You can get them almost for free. You can also check out the Vinyl Marketplace. Hundreds of dealers from all over the world have the records you are looking for. I hope you liked this video, and I want to thank you for watching it to the end. That means you found it interesting, and I'm happy about that. Other exciting videos are waiting for you to watch on this channel. More are coming, so subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to see these exciting videos when I upload them. Enjoy music, enjoy life, enjoy vinyl. See you all in the next video. Bye.